All eyes are on the young basketball sensation Josh Giddey, and we don't blame anyone. Giddey managed to create NBA history as the youngest athlete to score a triple-double. That too in his debut game as a part of the Oklahoma City Thunder. 6th overall draft pick Josh Giddey is turning heads since he shows the same potential as LeBron James, but NBA snubs spare no one. Let's dive into all the drama. First off, let's talk about why Josh Giddey feels the need to respond to NBA snubs. As mentioned before, Josh Giddey made a promising impression during his debut season this year, giving LeBron James a run for his record-holding titles. But even with all this talent, injuries spare no one, and Giddey got the best of it. He came and he kind of conquered, since he had to miss most of the season because of his hip injury. Giddey last set foot on the court on February 24th. After that, it was a constant will he, won't he, until Oklahoma City Thunder's coach Mark Dagnall announced around March end that his return to play part of rehab would last longer than expected. And since his health was their first priority, he was going to sit out the remaining final 2 weeks of the season. The injury after his big debut cast undeserved damage to his star performance. His being off court for so long resulted in NBA snubs overlooking him for the Rookie of the Year award. He also missed a chance to be drafted into the NBA All-Rookie First Team. Giddey was disappointed last season, but is now more determined to make a statement on court in the new, fast-approaching NBA playoffs. He told the media that he knows he can't decide who gets to play for what team, and that it is what it is, also mentioning how this won't matter for him in 20 years. He also went on to congratulate all the players who got drafted into the first team, acknowledging that all of the rookies in the team were full of talent. On that note, how is Giddey preparing for next season? Giddey is gearing up for the 82-game-long NBA season. He has been training his body to withstand the hours and body strength needed on the court. Most of Giddey's days are spent inside the health club, where he is working with medical professionals who are walking him through every step of his physical fitness routine. Tending to his hip has been an important part of the physical training. Josh has also been doing a lot of weightlifting to make sure all the little issues that occur during the game season are well under control. The 19-year-old has a lot to prove, at least that's what he says. Ever since doctors gave him the green light to train again, he has been hitting the gym and working on his basketball day and night. To top it all off, Josh now has an amazing mentor who has been helping him side by side. The Oklahoma Thunders recruited the famous shooting legend Chip England as an assistant coach during the offseason, and he has been helping Giddey get back in play mode ever since he got introduced to the team. When Josh was asked whether Chip was tweaking his style to make it better, he told the media that Chip's coaching method wasn't easy to explain, and all he could say about training with him was that he's a wizard at his job. Josh also clarified that England didn't change anything in the way he plays basketball. Following up, what are Josh Giddey's weak areas? Giddey is as talented as they come, especially for a rookie, but he still has some problem areas where he has the crowd holding their breath, hoping he does it right. It's his shooting. Josh isn't the best shooter, and he knows it. He has been working on this area of his basketball style throughout the offseason. If we talk numbers, you'd be shocked to hear that his shooting success rate is only 26.3%. This statistic lands him at the bottom of the barrel, being one of the least qualified three-point shooters in the league. Giddey seems like a promising player, but the only way to silence the NBA snubs is by improving as a shooter. If we talk about last season, his attempts to catch and shoot threes were more than his success to knock them down with efficiency. Moving on, can we hope for Josh to be an all-rounder player? Well, practice makes perfect, and practicing, he's been going hard at it. If his hard training makes him a better shooter and he learns to shoot off the dribble, he'll be able to do more damage on court than he can at the moment, being one of the most anticipated passers in NBA history. His shooting ability will help him during moments of isolation and pick and rolls on the court. We know it isn't easy to learn a skill so fast, that too like a professional, but one can dream. To take it one step further, if his shooting practice is any good, he should be able to shoot off the catch, which will help his team gain better chances at hurting the other team off ball. Giddey needs to giddy up. Since last season, when he was partnered with Gilgeous-Alexander, an excellent shooter, he cramped up his style, unintentionally sabotaging crucial bucket points. His weak shooting skills left Alexander vulnerable to defenders who made their move pretty easily. F in the chat for Alexander, but like mentioned before, Josh is being mentored by England, and we hope this creates amazing results for the talented passer. To wrap this up, let's look at what rival players and fellow teammates have to say about Josh Giddey. There have been a lot of positive talks attached to Giddey's name. Even with his weak shooter abilities, people who have trained with him or played against him on the court have no doubt that he will learn quickly and catch on. Jared Allen told Fox Sports that watching Josh play is different from playing against him. One minute he's at one area of the court, and the next, you'll find him opposing and defending in another area. It's almost like he senses an attack before it even happens. Allen says his reaction to seeing Giddey play was, how did he see that guy? Adding to this, he talked about how insanely good he thought Giddey's passing skills were. Akinyoe, a coach at the Basketball Without Borders camp in Canberra, told the media that the 19-year-old athlete was a hard worker by default. On top of this, he added how Josh is a very curious player. He always has a lot of questions to ask, but he also knows how to put the response to play. Definitely not one to find the easy way out, since he's all about starting practice early and wrapping it up late. Even his Oklahoma City Thunder teammates have warmed up to him, with everyone having high hopes for the promising Giddey-Holmgren partnership. Now onto other news. Timberwolves' Anthony Edwards under fire for homophobic comments. Anthony Edwards has been under fire ever since he posted a homophobic story a day ago. In his story, he's inside his car, filming a bunch of folks standing on the sidewalk opposite him. He then goes on to use a gendered slur, queer, followed by a racial slur as well, questioning the world he was born in, and a woman can be heard laughing after he makes this statement. He posted this story on his Instagram, which has over 1 million followers, and of course, the next day, he tweeted an apology where he acknowledged that his words were hurtful. He apologized for his behavior, saying there is no space for hate in this world, and how he was raised better than that. Of course, everyone around him is disappointed. His team, the Timberwolves, had to release a statement where they distanced themselves from his behavior, saying they were disappointed. A lot of people are calling out the NBA, asking them to take action and possibly fine him, whereas some people have the belief that Edwards is young, and young people make mistakes. Jeremy Lin has signed up with a new team. After his 2019 championship wins playing for Toronto Raptors, Lin took a little break from the NBA, but now he is back, and he announced on Instagram that he was now playing for Guangzhou Long Lions of the Chinese Basketball Association. Seems like Jeremy is taking it lightly for now. A lot of people think his successful NBA career has come to a fantastic end, and he won't be returning anytime soon. The player is already 34, and there are promising new rookies entering the league every season. We still wish Jeremy Lin the best of luck playing for the CBA. Owner of Phoenix Suns suspended by the NBA. Phoenix Suns owner Robert Sarver was under independent investigation by the NBA for inappropriate workplace conduct after an extensive investigation involving interviews with over 300 people, tracing and investigating 80,000 social media exchanges, including emails. It was revealed that Sarver had taken part in inappropriately commenting about his female employees, making the work environment uncomfortable for women. He had also used gendered and racial slurs on numerous occasions, even after being called in by his fellow colleagues and friends. The NBA has taken a decision to suspend Robert Sarver for a year for breaking the NBA rules and regulations. Hopefully, this serves him right, and he'll return back a changed man. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think England is going to bring out the best of Josh Giddey? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.